That's awesome. That felt good. I didn't know you were gonna do that, and then I was like, I'm your bait. I'm at the bass section to your thing you did over there was a little more melodic.
I know. It's like I almost feel like the beginning of our podcast are little therapy sessions just to make us feel good. We're like, we do something that's just silly, goofy, and fun, and then we feel good about it. And to be honest, I feel like that's kind of like not a bad way of encapsulating a little bit of what the topic of our podcast is, you know, One Piece itself. Because we are the Grand Line Tourist, a chapter-by-chapter examining or re-examining of Eiichiro Oda's One Piece, you know, which I just kind of described there as like a way to just be a little bit goofy, be a little bit silly, and you know, a little bit of a therapy for yourself through an adventurous reading. I am your tourist doing an examining of One Piece for the first time. I am Jacob Jarecki, and I am joined by none other than a man who I will not introduce because he deserves no introduction. That's not right. A man who deserves every introduction, but I'm not going to do it for him. Something along those lines. Who are you, my friend?
I am a man who needs every introduction available to almost every aspect of life outside of this tour, because I am your tour guide, Eric Sivu.
Woo woo!
And you are Jacob S. Jarecki.
Oh, no. Yep, tax season's coming up, and we're just making sure that we have a little bit of leverage over each other in case anything gets out of hand.
Just in case. All the big bucks that we're earning from this podcast, just in
big
case.
Podcasting money. You know what? Speaking of, you know, earning big bucks doing very creative things, do we have a chibi buggy from you yet? I've heard there was supposed to be one. There's supposed to be a drawing.
I'm still pending my design, so give me a few more.
Okay.
Give me a few more a week or so.
A few more chapters?
Yeah,
a few more arcs?
chapters.
What are we talking here?
Yeah, a few more arcs, and I got to do it before Chibi Buggy. Like I don't remember if he shows back up, but if he, I just hope that I get it done before he shows up. If he does show up.
Okay.
If I remember, if he does, I don't know. And if I don't, then I owe everybody who listens to our podcast a shot of Captain Morgan's rum.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Woo, exciting. You know, and speaking of things that are not too important to this particular chapter, I wanted to ask you about, have you ever heard of Wordle?
Yeah, I love Wordle.
Now, we won't go too much about what Wordle is. You can all find corners of the internet to talk about Wordle, but we will talk about, I do believe there is a One Piece Wordle implementation, which is, I think the way they work, if they're done off a media source, means that all the words chosen as the answer, I think, have to be words that appear in the One Piece manga.
You're a liar. That's not a real thing. Can I Google it real quick while you describe it?
Wait. No, you're not going to Google it now. I'm going to put the link in the show notes afterwards, because it might be a little hard to find. And I got to
listen to the show to access the One Piece
That's
word.
right. We're going to dog eat our own dog food, whatever that is. The phrase that basically means, you know, we're going to exist in the realm of our own show. You're going to check the show notes afterwards, Eric.
Wow.
Like a good Grand Line Tourist listener. You're going to...
I got to chow my own chow.
Put your tour guide hat aside for a moment and, you know, be like the rest of us. Stop being so high and mighty over there.
All right.
Alrighty.
Why don't you...
all that aside, yeah. I'll jump right in here.
Jump right
We're
into the itinerary. Hit us up with it.
Chapter 30, Backfire. All right. It's pretty rough because in the beginning of this chapter, Goatman Mary, as far as I can tell, is deceased. I don't know. Things don't die very often in One Piece. However, he's just still on the floor. Captain Kuro/Clawhador is upset that the pirates that he sent to initiate his whole crazy plan are taking their time. They're late. And we cut back to the beach to realize why all that is happening. Why are they late in the first place? Because we got Luffy and Zoro giving them a tough time. And you know what Django decides to do in order to deal with this, you know, new monstrosities of people that are coming to stop him from getting the plan that Clawhador is going to get upset over? He does a little hypnosis, but on his own crew. This is a new thing. He says, you know what? I'm gonna hypnotize you and make you so much stronger. Your wounds are all going to be healed. And it's a scary idea because I think
it works.
Yeah, it works, and it works super well.
I mean, one pirate punched the cliff, like the cliff fall. Did you see that? Like, he punched the mountain.
No, it's kind of funny. It's like he punched that mountain just to show us how good this hypnosis was.
Yeah.
And hypnosis was so good, Luffy gets hypnotized as well, which ultimately is not good for Django and the crew because Luffy just immediately comes up with a whole new Gum Gum ability, a Gum Gum Gatling gun, quadruple G. that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get any better than that. I don't think there's going to be a pentuple G. That's maybe a little bit of Jacob's tinfoil time. We're going to get like a Gum
Great.
Grant Great.
Grand is
Goodies.
very, very anime. Yeah, Grand Gatling gun.
There we go. That could happen. But right now we just got the quadruple G with a Gum Gatling gun, which, does a mean number on the crew again. They're all running away, and Luffy gets even crazier and starts scuttling, a wonderful navigational term there, the ship that all the pirates came in on, and Django's freaking out, and he's like, I gotta get Luffy back to sleep. 1, 2, 3, Django, yada yada. And all that does the trick. Luffy falls over carrying a part of the ship. But, in disrupting the ship, we hear of the Meow Band brothers. Of what's the name of the pirate crew again? I always forget. Is it the Cat crew?
They are.
The Knight?
Yeah,
They got a special name. The Black Cat Pirates or something. It makes sense with Meow Band, I think, so that's probably about right. And if we're a little off, we'll get to it later. But
I'm sure we
we
will.
also learn that the Captain Kuro has been seen from the mansion heading towards the beach, which I think that's leading up to some action of an interesting sort, especially given the fact that I can never forget what he did to Goatman Mary.
Oh my god, we don't even know yet what he did to. We just know that Goatman Mary.
That's why it's scary.
He's
it would be like
bleeding
I
on
think
the floor.
the unknown is why it's even worse. You know what I mean?
He is bleeding
like,
on the floor. So the thing that Luffy rips off, they call it a stem post. Is that ugly?
I never heard it.
Is that ugly thing with a cat head on the top of it that did you like it? I don't remember when we recorded last time when we saw it for the first time. It's the one that
did I like it?
Yeah. Did you like the cat?
Oh, I did. I thought it was a nice bit of like, all pirates are ruthless, but there's always something funny about them. There's always something like we're the cat pirates.
Yeah. Yes. Right. And then they're the ship with the cat claws too, right? On the side of it. Yes, I think so.
Oh, that is a good thing to bring up because I will definitely take a look because I was probably reading too fast. I didn't catch the cat claws, which
we might
sounds
have to
awesome.
go. Yeah, we might have to go all the way back if we're gonna try and see it. It might be.
Oh yeah, no. I wanted to point out to our listeners out there to feel free to go do that. It's good. It's good to go back. You'll find those little details that.
Oh my goodness!
You begrudgingly note that your tourist has noticed.
I am so sad that I can't. I chose the wrong panel. I should have chose this panel. But if you see the panel where he's ripping off the stem posts, the little cat head, the little cat head, it has a little sweat mark.
It has a sweat mark? Oh, is it like it's worried? Oh my goodness. That sweat mark really does make that panel now that you mention it. It's a cool panel regardless, actually.
Yeah, but now that's my favorite. Because the cat...
Hey, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but there's nothing wrong with if you wanted to do a last-minute change there. Now it's like we got a lot of big suspense here. Is Eric going to change his panel to the sweating cat, or is he going to stick with what he had before?
Am I going to parry, switch my tactics? I'm not. I'm sorry. Is
Eric a man of ideals, or is he a man of sticking to his weapon of choice? Caltrops maybe in the pocket. I don't know.
Sticking to my panels. Should we just talk about what kind of went down, what we thought about this chapter?
Yeah, no. Like I guess last time we kind of focused on like the big moment of the fight was Usopp like kind of taking a beating and getting to say his statement. Does this chapter felt similar in that it was more action, more fights? Was there a moment in this one, or was this even more just fun and games, or is there like or is there a moment where like
yeah,
things
I feel like
revealed?
This one was more fun and games for sure for me because I think this one's just a really goofy, funny chapter. I mean, we already knew that Luffy's susceptible to hypnosis.
Hypnosis. No, that's a good. You know what? That adds a little element. I forgot. That's a pretty big. It's a nice payoff.
Yeah.
Luffy being exceptionally susceptible to hypnosis. Of course, he can just not even be the focus of an attack, and he just gets rushed into it.
There's a little foreshadow. If you look at on like page 7 here, when they're reacting to him, when Django says the thing, right? Like this is right when he says it. We see a fun little like rectangular panel of the 4 Nami, Zolo, Luffy, and Usopp reacting to Django counting. We actually don't see the eyes of Luffy, but we see the eyes of the other 3 characters.
Yep.
So he's
hiding
already he's already in it. Like by this point, he's already hypnotized. It's so good. I forgot this happened. It is so silly. And it's exactly what you said, Jacob. It did work, but we also hypnotized the monster on top of the hill.
Yeah. No, and oh man, I was flipping through a couple panels and I had this weirdest feeling. There's a moment in this chapter where Usopp says his arms,
Yeah.
and this is after he did
Gatling?
Gatling gun, right? He does which looks like a million fists, right?
Yeah.
In the way it looks, but when he says his arms, it shows Luffy kind of like, I don't know if you can, he's got almost like if you're gonna say, oh golly gee, and you do one arm to the right, but then you also do the other arm to the left, and I'm just having a really big mental flashback. Isn't that the exact same pose Zoro makes when?
Oh yeah, when Zoro
does
swings,
some other
yeah,
fight?
because he swings in like this.
No, I mean, it just is. I didn't realize. I don't know if that's intentional or I basically, why are Luffy's arms like that in that particular pose?
Cool.
It just no. I it's kind of funny because I didn't necessarily. To me, it almost looks strange. I would never have associated that as a. It does look cool, but it looks cool in a way that I'm not used to. I would never have naturally done that if I wanted to look cool, right?
Yeah. No.
And it's interesting. No, it reminds me of Zoro, and yeah, no, it is it's quite an interesting stance to take, but that's a little insight into what my mind thinks when looking at that panel.
Oh man, dude. Okay, this is probably because you and I are such big film nerds, but I think the first pages 2 and 4 are so good because it's 2 establishing shots back to back that's separated by a page turn, and they're really cool, man. The first one is we have that establishing shot of the house, and then just Captain Koro sitting by himself looking menacing on the steps, angry.
Yes.
And then he's complaining about why they're late, and then we turn the page and we remember instantly as readers why he's late, and we get this awesome establishing shot of Django on the bottom of the towards the bottom of the panel looking up, and we see our heroes there. And Oda does this a lot, which I like a lot, which is use multiple panels to paint the same location, but it's separated by the panel itself. And I don't know why I dig it so much, but I always think that stuff's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's really weird. It almost reminds me of I think there is certain art styles that also do this. It's almost like in your framing of your painting, you have extra barriers that you really wouldn't need. You could have gotten a larger canvas and done it, but it does look really cool. It just your eyes are drawn to it in a certain way. No, and I really like this panel as well because it's really cool to reveal where all 4 of our heroes were. Luffy and Zoro standing up, ready to go.
Knocking them all the way back.
Nami, yeah,
knocking those pirates real far away, like they were soccer balls.
No. That panel does a lot of work for where were we, who has the advantage, and also what happened to Usopp and Nami, right? They were in need of help. Help's there. What did the help do? Knock these pirates down the hill. Who's still up, and who's gonna do something next? It's
Yeah, I love it so much. I think page 2 and page 4 are probably my favorite pages of this, and it's such a cool little technique. It's 3 rectangular panels, they're laid out the same, and they both also share the same onomatopoeia. Is doom?
Oh,
yeah.
Doom and doom, which I feel is kind of just I always feel these sounds are meant to introduce something, and it feels in this case, introduce the location and the setting, but in a more exciting way than da-dum. Da-dum's a little more not as scary.
Right.
Doom's stuff's going on.
Yeah, this is a little more menacing.
At least so far. I haven't written down, and I don't have a great feel for it. Basically, those onomatopoeias always feel right to me. I don't know why. But yeah, Doom, it works.
Yeah, and then the big thing about this chapter is that Koro is walking to them, and I think we've already got to establish that his own pirate crew is afraid of his temper, and he establishes that he's gonna go kill them already. They're late, so I'm gonna go murder my own crew. But I think the funniest thing to me is that of all people in the village who notices him walking this early, it's our boy Onion, the food boy. Always by himself, seeing things so he can run back and exposition his way through, so that all of our other characters understand what's happening.
Is this the first time we get to see him seeing the thing?
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah, no, this is a little now it's the Secret Life of Onion for just 2 panels,
Just a little nod for the arc because we're already in Act 3, so we need to see Onion see the thing once.
Yeah, no, it's important. Otherwise, we just be Onion's straight. He's just, he's just around everywhere all the time. No, Onion is very well particularly placed. He had a tree that he was hiding behind.
Nope.
He gave a good look. He's protecting the village. He's the one.
Koro's walking. What do you? So I have a few questions for you. My first one is, what do you think's in Koro's bags?
Oh my goodness!
Because they chinks. That's the sound it makes. Chinks. Chocks.
Oh my goodness!
Chocks.
It feels like chains make that sound, especially like on an up-down kind of motion. I mean, we just saw a bunch of caltrops. I don't think he's carrying around caltrops though. If weapons that we haven't seen in One Piece that are kind of like really cool. And hey, okay, maybe even going with the caltrops being a little bit more medieval, we could have like a mace, like a
mace.
No, like the thing, got your stick with a chain and a ball at the end. I don't know if that's called a mace, right?
No, not a Morning Star. I forget what they call a flail.
Morning Star almost sounds right, but just to describe it, you got your handle, you got a long chain on your handle, and then a metal ball that's dangerous at the end of that. But I don't know, Captain Kuro, what's his style? So far, it's extremely vicious and efficient, and like kind of like powerful. And so yeah, no, the chain with iron ball sort of works for that sort of vibe because it kind of feels just like, let's get this done. But I feel like that's not even enough. I haven't picked a weapon that's enough. Let's just get this done. It's got to be a better weapon than that. Maybe it's just a chain by itself that he just like tries to choke people with. That would be pretty. Let's get this done. Oh man, he's an interesting bad guy. He's the most menacing so far. I dig him.
He's also the most like ruthless so far. I mean, Buggy was pretty ruthless. He shot people with giant bomb cannons.
But he just looks like a clown, and he's doing clown things. Even if he's a ruthless clown, he's still a clown. Well, this is different. This is different. This is the Dark Knight. This is our Joker of our franchise.
This is the Dark Knight. Okay. Okay, and then I have another question for you, which is, what will the Meow Band brothers be?
You know what? That's another thing that like I probably should mention is like with Captain Kuro walking towards the ship. I'm not sure how excited I am for different like bad guys to pop out that we're probably gonna have to see full fights for.
Oh, that's
like
fair.
I don't mean that in a bad way. It just means it's not like this arc's overstaying its welcome by any means. I don't mind the action chapters, but like, and I guess we have done a lot of setup to get here. But I as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen the Malbrand brothers before.
Yeah.
Maybe they were in some crew establishing shots, but yeah, like it kind of feels like it's like these are the caltrops out of the pocket in the form of bad guys. But they may be so cool that I won't care. But that is kind of a little bit of an instinctual feeling that I have towards them. That said, what will they look like? Cats.
Yeah, obviously, right? I also have like a phantom image of them. I have no idea what they look like.
Ooh,
phantom
cats.
Yeah, like I have no phantom cats. There we go. So we'll see what they end up doing and looking like. I remember their contribution to the rest of this arc, but I don't remember what they look like. So I guess that
Captain Kuro arrives at the same time the cats are getting ready to fight, and he says, "Why haven't you already dealt with these people? For that you must pay." And Kuro kills the Mioban brothers in instant, and then he goes on to fight.
Sir,
so maybe I won't have to watch the fight.
Sir, you forgot to place on your tin hat before you made that jump.
Oh my goodness, it's a tinfoil time. This is a very specific tinfoil time.
Yep.
I don't expect a payout, but it is still a prediction. Captain Kuro, to make it a little vaguer and more likely to happen, will maybe not murder, but do whatever he did to Mary to some other member of his own crew before initiating the next fight, because he's upset, and he needs to show that he's upset that they're late, and it's not going to be that's priority number one. You've disrespected me by being late. Luffy hasn't really disrespected him yet. Like he will once they, he says you can't go to the village, you get in the way, but Luffy's never pulled a punch. Like, Luffy was just witnessing what Usopp did to him in the previous chapters, right? Yeah, no, there's no real bad blood between them all yet. He hasn't really interfered with the plans just yet.
No, not yet. I mean, as far as messing up their ship.
But he actually hasn't seen that happen yet. He'd have to be told that as well.
That's true.
But you're right. True. Yeah, and that was because who caused that but Django. Okay, that was
true.
Luffy wasn't really interested in destroying another pirate ship. That Luffy wouldn't do that just for no reason, right? Luffy would have to have been prompted to just, I think, arbitrarily destroy.
Because hypnotized Luffy. What was his plan? Was he gonna take it and swing it at them? Was that what it looked like?
It looked like he was gonna swing it, and then Django. I liked how Django freaked out and it's like 1, 2, Django, really fast. He had to get it done. He's like, oh, no time for. I just gotta cast this spell. It almost seems like
he's gonna swing our ugly cat face at us, which is super funny. Okay, so my last thing, actually, it's in the chapter, still counts. It's the SBS corner. All right. Where he answers like something that we've already talked about. But a reader wrote in asking how come Luffy never kills anybody, and like defeats them. And he talks about how they live in a world where like dying is not as bad as losing a fight. Because when Luffy beats you, Luffy's beating... What does he say specifically? And I liked it. I did want to bring it up because it kind of reinforces my whole... The battle of philosophy, right? The reason Luffy doesn't kill is this. In his era, men live by their beliefs and risk their lives to defend them. Luffy shatters the beliefs of his enemies by defeating them. For them to suffer defeat and to have their beliefs destroyed is as bad as death. Yeah... what is that other to say? Like, it's a battle of philosophies. I believe this is right. You believe that is right. I'm going to kick your butt. And that's me defeating your philosophy, right? Because if your will and your philosophy was right or stronger, it would have beat me.
No, it's interesting because what it doesn't allow for that's kind of common in stories where characters don't die would be like some implication of the ability to change. Like, we haven't had a bad guy come back reformed. And I don't think... this feels like the sort of manga that might have that at some point. And so that would be interesting to see as well, because it's kind of going to have this, like, defeat of philosophy, but then also followed by this spiritual rebuilding, which we'll see. Maybe it doesn't happen for a long time. I don't think we've had it yet, really.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was cool. Just kind of wanted to bring that one out.
Very cool.
And then I also they have some
question.
sillier. That's probably like the deepest question he's answered, but there's also like really silly questions of how far can Luffy stretch his arms, and then like a punk Oda's like 72 gum-gums.
Oh, very good. Because of course the gum-gum is a unit of measure that is related to stretchiness that everybody understands. And
then also later on, some kid or somebody was asking like, how do you come up with the names for your characters? Like, I don't know, I make them sound good.
That is a very Luffy type answer.
Yeah,
that's like that's you know what, that's Oda saying that I didn't know for sure. Oda wrote himself into this story, and it's a little bit of Luffy,
right?
You know,
exactly. That being said, let's get to the big part about the big part of this chapter. I'm sure, which is the ha-has. Let's talk about some ha-has.
Oh yeah.
OP,
hit me with one.
Gas the jokes. What took you guys so long? Were you guys getting a pedicure? Like a goodness. Punk. Nami is such a punk, dude. A manicure, sorry. She is such a punk, and it's so good.
I feel like I did not.
Oh, that's right.
Write my list down in the right spot. No. I was trying to look for my first one, and we laughed while even just talking about the itinerary. But no, hit me with another. Eric, I feel like I'm failing you on this section. I feel like I had the ha-has, and I kept them all to myself.
Oh, no. Those are the worst kind.
I know.
I do like, and this is just to reinforce it again, I do like that Luffy says, how was I supposed to know which way was north and which isn't north? As a question to Usopp. And then Usopp's like, I mean, you ran like you knew which way north was. What did you want me to do?
Yeah, no, that's a nice example of like the reality of the situation being called out by a character. Like Luffy is also honestly very weird. It's good to see him called out, you know.
Yeah, Usopp gets to play our logical character in this scene, right?
Like, hey.
Yeah. Also, like,
oh.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it was also, Luffy in that and right when he left, he like took off sprinting. Remember, Usopp makes it very clear that like he's so fast, I can't keep up with him. He's gonna get there before me. But
I get it. No, and I found my one. I was looking for it. I had lost it. It was when Nami like talks to Zoro, who is clearly upset that they swap places.
Mm-hmm.
It was an accident. Besides, it was better that one of us got free than for both of us to be stuck.
Yeah,
which is fine logic. But Zoro then says that you should have stayed stuck because like it's calling out like, hey, if we're gonna get our best fighter over there, you're the one who like selfishly just is worried about the berries, right? I'm the one who's gonna come in with 3 swords and do some slicing,
Yeah, she's such a punk. She's so good. Early Nami's so great. Just the sass. You gotta sass these two, right?
It's kind of funny. I feel like you said, I think this is a tourist picking up on the tour guide's signals. Early Nami, which just makes me think like there's a later Nami, that there's like a shift or something of some sort, potentially.
This has been going on for 20 years, right? Like, it's gonna for sure.
No, it's probably good that there's a shift. It's interesting to, like, I don't think you've talked about Zoro or Luffy that way yet. I mean, maybe it just is less obvious with them, or maybe it's more obvious that you just don't even say it, but we'll see.
All right. That's, outside of the overall, overall,
I think the cat with the teardrop was pretty good.
I know, and I'm so sad.
That was a last minute.
You all heard that. You all heard us react to that in real time. The last thing too, I would say the chapter's just hilarious. The fact that Luffy gets, his mind is so feeble that he got, like, Jango's not even faced towards him. Like, literally, his back is towards Luffy, and Luffy still got hypnotized, which is hilarious, dude. Such a funny idea. And what a fun payoff. And then he puts him to sleep again, just with the stupid cat face, cat pole on top of him. To which Zoro goes, "Oh, he'll be fine." Right? Like, I feel like Usopp says, like, it fell on him, and he's like, "Oh, he's okay."
Like, remember, this is the guy that fell off the cliff. Okay,
right?
He's gonna be good. He's gonna be cool. That said, I think
let's do it.
I'm ready to fire a slash this first week. If you want to explain to our tourists and tour guides out there what's going on, what's coming next.
This section is the violence section, and this is the rated. This is what puts our podcast at rated Y7. Is the violence here, which is the panel battle. Yes, this is the section where we both choose a panel that we enjoyed or want to break down more and loved in this chapter, and we put them against each other, fighting each other. Even if they're brothers from the same chapter, they will fight each other to the death. And then we try to figure out. Oh no, Jacob.
Oh no! Wait, okay. Eric's saying, "Oh no," because I did put I already pasted my panel in so we could see it.
This is so good. Anyways, if you'd like to join in to the fight, throw your own panel into this panel battle, feel free to email us at grandlinetourist@gmail.com. If you want to share it ahead of time for whatever chapter we are, definitely do it. We love future chapters. That means that gives us an opportunity to throw your panel into the fight while we discuss our own panels, and then we can just forfeit our panels
immediately.
To your panel. Immediately. Yeah. Because we're very wimpy.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to say oh no because I think we did it again.
Oh!
2 chapters in a row.
Oh my goodness. Oh, yes! You have picked the same panel I picked. That's what I'm reading. Go ahead and tell them the panel that I just sent to you.
Is it the one that I just...
And it is the bottom one. In case there's 3 panels on that page. Yeah, it's the bottom one. It's got to be the bottom one. So.
This is the gum Gatling, but this is the Gatling gun part of it. Which is just... what a panel, huh? This is...
It looks like it just was fun to draw.
Yeah. What a fun thing. All these hypnotized super pirates are nothing compared to the mini fists of Luffy in this moment. Yes, this is him doing his gum Gatling gun, and it says, oh, wop, 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 and it's, I don't know, it has to be like at least 20 fists on this one panel. Right, at various different spots. It makes you this the sheer amount of punches he's throwing at these poor pirates. They just got their wounds hypnotized away. Now they're gonna have them all back. In fact, I think it knocks them out. Knocks them out of the hypnotism because they're like, you gotta stop him before he swings the cat at us. Yeah,
no,
dude.
it's wonderful. Luffy and his hat on the right side, kind of all these fists and his body moving towards and descending upon. In the distance, I think, some pirates that are severely overwhelmed. It's wonderful.
Oh my god, it's so good. This panel,
and it's okay. This makes me think. I mean, maybe this is. Last time I was saying I don't know if it's ever going to happen again. Me and you picking the same panel. Now I'm wondering, is it ever going to stop?
Oh,
is
no.
This is it? There's no more real. Soon we'll have to rename the section. It'll be this is the mind meld panel selection section of the podcast,
mind
as
meld.
opposed to the panel battle. But for now, we'll have to see.
I know. Well,
we're
if we keep going
in
on
a
this
row.
roll,
It's a streak.
then you and I are gonna have to start doing a 2-man improvised set. Obviously, if
I
our
know
panels keep,
exactly.
Yep, keep minding and
You know what?
melding.
We should. I haven't done improv in so long. Next time we're in person together, you got to give me like a 3-minute improv set with you just to remember what it's like.
I mean, but then I'm just gonna go a little meta here. But what is our podcast recording but a long-term improvised set? Every
Mind
week?
blown.
There it is. There you are. We're breaking it down. We're in it. You know,
Was the moment I met you a part of an improv set? Have we never actually spoken to each other in the real world?
Everywhere. We're always in
Oh
an
no!
improvised
Oh my
set.
goodness!
Yeah, we're in
My
it.
life's been a lie since I met my tour guide.
Okay. We gotta break this episode. We gotta go before
Gotta work our way out of here.
before we get too deep into the improv metaverse. We'll start seeing Doctor Strange and Wanda. Okay, the way I want to end this is why don't you do the sound of a stem post being pulled off physically, and I will do the sound of what I think a wooden cat would make as he is the top of a stem post.
Because clearly that wooden cat is reacting. Okay,
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab him the post.